11:30 a.m. throughout Cameroon today, the operational arm of the country's foreign policy establishment, in its most complete team, awaits one person, and that person is this man, the Belgian Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to Cameroon, Alain Leroy, summoned by External Relations Minister Mbelambela to explain what the government terms aggression on Cameroon through an assault first on Cameroon's ambassador to Belgium and violence exercised on Youth Affairs and Civic Education Minister Monuna Fotsu in Brussels by the Anti-Bia Brigade. The events for the unacceptable acts happened last Friday during an official ceremony organized by Cameroonian authorities to engage its diaspora and others willing to invest in Cameroon in the Belgian capital, and yesterday, March 3, at a hotel on the departure point of the Cameroonian delegation. Established international conventions to which Cameroon and Belgium adhere require maximum security for government representatives to be protected to avoid diplomatic incidents, knowing that an attack on any state symbol is an attack on the country. The vulnerability of Cameroonian officials on an authorized mission is not less than failure of the Belgian security apparatus to tame the Anti-Bia Brigade and their surrogates. The government, through External Relations Minister, firmly informed the Belgian diplomat that Cameroon simply disapproves what happened in Brussels because such occurrences tarnish first destination Cameroon and then second the quality of the excellency of relations between Yaoundé and Brussels.
This is the main reason why I condemn the attack against the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civil Education and the Cameroonian ambassador in Belgium. This is the main reason because Cameroon is having a strong a relationship with European countries. So whatsoever demonstration you are doing out of Cameroon in European country will not bear any fruit, cannot remove President Paul Biya from power. I know that many Cameroonians out of the country are frustrated because the way Cameroon is, and they are desperately in need of change in Cameroon, especially political change. And this is the main reason why this group of people called the anti-Sardinians are against government officials, because they believe that the poverty in Cameroon and many other terrible things in Cameroon are mainly because of this corrupt leader. And that is true. But is that the way to go? Because Cameroon, they have a relationship with all these countries, and they can look at what happened in France. The anti-Sardinians in France, they are not active as they were, because when other incidents occur there, the government have to join together with the other country to fight them. Also in Switzerland. So that is how they will be doing in all, silencing them or arresting them, maybe even struggling to negotiate so that you can be sent back home. And when you go back home under this leadership, you will be maltreated. So this is not what we are praying for. We are praying for change, and if there is any possibility where we can table a genuine petition against President Paul Biya, it will be okay. Or if there is any way, because I keep on saying that the diasporas are the one that hold the economy of Cameroon. There is no family in Cameroon that you can truly say that there is no one person out who is abroad from that family. And we form, and most of us who are out of the country, we are supporting our family financially in a very little way or in a very heavy way. So the whole issue is that what? Many people who are back home, they trust us. They believe that we have seen something that they in Cameroon have never seen. And we might bring the change. So what is the change we can bring? If there is a way that we in the diaspora can rally ourselves together and then struggle by all possible means to explain things to our relatives back home, that on this particular day, all of us should stand up all over Cameroon. Everybody struggle to, whether you are from which village, you tell your people and struggle to convince them. We give ourselves a time period where we will convince them that this particular day we are going to stand up against the government of President Bobia or against the CPDM. This way, we are going to remove them, because if all Cameroonians stand up one particular day at the same time, there is no way the government will not fall. There is no way. This is the only way. But if we are doing this pocket group of people stand up here, the government have the military that will suppress them. If you stand up in Belgium, now if they summon the Belgian ambassador to Cameroon, I believe they have agreed, because he also condemned this. And then I believe he will write a letter to what these European countries are benefiting from African countries. They cannot afford to let it go. So they will do everything possible to please the corrupt leaders who are in power for their own benefit. So arresting you, deporting you will not be a problem to them. So do not engage yourself in this kind of attitude or this kind of issue. It can never help. There are millions of Cameroonians out. Okay, you, just a small group of people in Belgium, the one in France, the one in this thing, they are not doing anything. Now they will focus on you. And when they will suppress you, another group will stand up, they will suppress only like that. And finally, you will discover that all over, people will remain quiet. Or those who usually start all this issue that can lead to something better for the people of Cameroon, all of them will be in prison, either in Europe or in America or in Cameroon. So this is not the way to go. I keep on saying that what if we can convince Cameroonians, that Cameroonians can stand up one particular day all over Cameroon at the same time, the government will go down. That is the best way. But if we keep on saying that we have to attack the government officials anywhere they go, then the government of those countries will also be attacking you. And if you want to do it, you look at the country that have no relationship with Cameroon, you can do it and go scot-free. But if you do it in a country that have relationship with Cameroon, you are wasting your time and you will be in a very big problem. And this is the problem that is maybe awaiting this group of people. It is a disgrace to our own nation. This is not the attitude to go. You might be angry, but you have to pay for your you have to pay the consequences. This is the truth, and that we have to hold it. The best thing I keep on telling people, but people don't believe, because many people are fighting for the liberation of Cameroon for their own personal interest, not generally. But if you are doing it generally, this is the only way to go. If you believe in me and wish to, I am saying that what we have to create an organization. We have to unite ourselves, an organization where we will have one voice. All those who are out of Cameroon, whether in Nigeria, whether in Ghana, whether in which part of the world, we organize and fall under one organization. And then through this organization, we take concrete decisions against our own government. We can write petition. If this organization is very strong and recognized by other nations, and they know that this organization stands for the truth and stand for a better Cameroon, they will support us. And if they know that we are not out for violence to destabilize the country, they will support us. If we just get up one day all over, as they stood up in Bangladesh, as they stood up, the population came out, the prime minister have to resign, because all over, it was not in a particular city. Everywhere, when they heard that news, that the people started in this particular place, everybody was up. And the prime minister discovered that there is no way to remain in power, because he will not send the military from this region to go here. Everywhere, the military was insufficient. And when the military discovered that this thing it was more than, then they started joining. And this is exactly what happened in Nigeria before the NSAR protest in Nigeria. And then this has achieved. So that is what we can do in Cameroon. If we allow it, okay, yeah, when they will stand up today, tomorrow Douala stand up, they suppress them. The next day Bamenda stand up, they suppress them. Only like that, that is how the government will keep on, and they will remain in power forever. France will stand up, Cyprus will stand up, United States stand up today. The next week, this one stand up. No, this is time wasted. They will frustrate us. Change and think before you take any